For coming to my channel. I am Jackie Horton, your wellness and health specialist. I am here to promote wellness and good health.
The real you is breathing down your neck, begging you to manifest. It's got to be a lifestyle change. When you shift your paradigm, when you shift your thinking, only then what you see in your head, you will hold in your hand.
Hi, thank you for joining me. I am Jackie Horton, your wellness and health specialist. It is early morning and this is Thursday My Life series, and I am here to just kind of do some coaching on how I proceed to help people sort of unravel their life. And I'm using myself as the primary example today. So welcome again. So basically, I'm here to promote wellness and good health, amplify lifestyle strategies for good health, and to uplift things that we're already doing positive, like working out, praying, having a network of positive friends, and so on and so forth. And so to begin this series on My Life series, which is Thursday coaching, I wanted to start off thinking about my middle school years. And I wanted to know if you remember the series called The Wonder Years, or Everybody Hates Raymond, and all these series were TV series were basically about the coming of age of a youth, primarily middle school to high school. And so that's what I'm going to start with, is kind of talking about my middle school and high school years, which were quite interesting. So coming from, as you remember, from a matriarch who was quite stern, firm, and a little intimidating for the community, but also one that provided a loving home for not only her children, but also her grandchildren. We referred to her as Madea. So when Tyler Perry came out with his movie about Madea, we kind of laughed because we did call my grandmother Madea. And Madea was just similar to what he was depicting, was no nonsense. And so having such a strong matriarch was quite, an event when I think about reflecting. Now, my mother was really a smart, young mom, very funny, charismatic, sensitive, gorgeous, and everything. And my dad was a young father, very stern, firm, and just really didn't take any stuff either, and was very clear and direct when he talked with you. So I sort of had all these different images of adults and different personalities of adults, and also had sort of like how their viewpoint of how they perceive the world around them. So the middle years is which I kind of like to refer to, if you ever watched the series, The Wonder Years. It's kind of like, what was that like transition from the little girl to middle school into young adulthood, which is high school. So I like to look at it as the years where you went from, just for context only, from being kind of ugly to going into a pretty mode. You started to want to fix up more. Your hair was getting done differently. You had more of a mature look, and so on. And then I also look at it from going from child to young lady, going from centering around your small, intimate world to really taking interest into the larger world and how the larger world viewed you. And finally, thinking about how different things took place in your life that sort of like caused you to make some definitive decisions around what you wanted to do in life and how you wanted to proceed in life. So I kind of looked at it as like it was phrases. When you were younger, you kind of like had phrases like, ooh, this look fun. I want to play. I want to do this. You know, you kind of had phrases when you're in the primary years. But when middle school and high school came, you kind of became more definitive. You're like, not only I want to do this, I will do this. So I'm going to make some strategies to make sure I do this. So you start to be more concrete and more sure of, you know, what you were thinking and who you desire to be. And so I think about the different music during that time, you know, that I went from middle school sort of like listening to, you know, still pop music and obviously gospel music, and so forth. But when I got into high school, you know, I kind of like, you know, diversified my music interests, diversified my friend group, and diversified what my interests were. And there were a couple of things that stood out to me that was kind of funny. Is what I used to call myself for high school, I used to call myself the Black Madonna, because I was definitely loving Madonna at that time. This is when she first came out. She, you know, had the little lace look, and, you know, the tutu skirts that were lace. I liked the Prince look. You know, he was also wearing lace gloves and all this kind of stuff. And that was my high school years. And then I kind of formed my own, like what was important to me, like making, like I talked about in one of my mental health series, you know, creating these constitutions, you know, within yourself. Like, I will not do this. I must have this. You know, you just start to get really, really dogmatic on like what you desire for yourself. And I like to say those times were the formation of who I became overall. I became overall focused on being that person. And so when I was sitting there journaling and thinking about that, I was thinking about, hey, I didn't come too far off the trail that I desired earlier on. And how did I do that, and why did I do that, and what caused that? And I kind of hate to say that that it was one of those things. I'm on a video. I'm doing my life video. Sorry, that was Carmen. She's a personal trainer, so I'm at the gym. Sorry about that. So, you know, you kind of have those do's and don'ts that you think about, you know, in your life. You like, I you know, if you don't do the do's, then you may not know what the don'ts are. And I was really focused on, you know, being a good Christian young woman. I was really focused on, you know, being intelligent, even though I had some barriers and challenges of, you know, my study skills at the time. And I was really focused on being successful. And successful to me was being, you know, just able to do what you want, you know, and do what you want as far as career, not do what you want in general, but do what you want as far as career, and do what you want as far as, you know, fulfilling your life journey. And so I just started to journal a lot. And at the time I used diaries, and I would journal, and then I learned to, you know, write down different quotes that really helped inspire me, as well as scriptures that helped to inspire me. So that was my middle school and high school years, where I just started to have constitutions for myself that I would not break. And over time, and I'll talk about it in the next series, how did I learn that some of them were actually entrapping me, and causing me to fall prey to the things that I was really trying to avoid. And so, and how did I break through that? Pretty interesting, but, you know, story to tell about that, and I look forward to talking with you about that. But thinking about your life, I like using like the movie The Wonder Years, because you are wondering what you're going to do, and you are making, you know, you're not cemented yet in what you plan to do. But the middle school and the high school years are really the formation of what you're likely to do later on in life. And for those who are way beyond the middle school and high school years, I would like you to think about, did you stick to who you determined to be in that time? And if you did not, it'd be interesting to hear the chat group what you did differently. So thank you for joining me today. You have a great day. Peace out. Go work out, go stretch your body, and go love yourself and love your people around you. Because love is definitely something that I had in my life that also caused me to be who I am. Be blessed. Thank you.